welcome or welcome back to Trinity Time, where I take up my time for you. And today on Trinity Time, we are just going to do a quick yoga stretch. So right here, I am inhaling and exhaling through my nose and exhaling through my mouth. So we're going to do that a couple times before we start. Now what we're going to do is slide our hands up on the mat and stretching our spine and our shoulder blades out. We're going to hold that stretch for a couple seconds while still practicing our inhaling and exhaling. Now what we're going to do is bring our hands together behind our back and lift up, so we can make sure we're stretching out our spine and our shoulder blades pretty good. And as you can see, I'm trying to see how low I can put my hands down and see how close I can touch the mat. Now I'm just rotating my arms left and right to stretch out my shoulder blades. And then we reset. Come up. Let your hands touch the ground behind you. And we are going to stretch out our chest plate. Mind you guys, I am still inhaling and exhaling throughout this whole process. All right. Disconnect the hands, bring them to the front. Still inhaling and exhaling, guys. Now for this new position, we're going to take one knee and put it in front of us and let our stomach rest and have the other leg pushed behind us. Now what I'm doing is just controlling my balance while still breathing. Now we're going to let our foot slide from under us and just rest our body onto the mat or floor, wherever you want to be. Then we're going to bring our hands up together and touch them. And just lean forward and rest your body on top of your thigh. Do not touch the mat. Let's just see how long you can hold that position. Come up while we're still breathing, guys. Make sure you're breathing. Disconnect. Reset. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. But right here, I needed a last minute stretch because I felt my spine just needed the extra stretch. And now we're repeating on this side. All right, guys, now we are going to reset this position and start on the new one. All right, now that we're sitting on our knees again, like we originally started out off, while we're still breathing, guys, make sure you guys are breathing throughout this whole thing. I do not want anybody passing out, okay? Now we are going to put our feet in front of us. Make sure they are leveled with your shoulders. And then we're just going to bring our body in. We're going to pull our body in. And hold that for a few seconds. Then not moving our hands. We're just going to let our spine drop. But do it in a slow motion so you do not hurt yourself. And we are going to repeat this process a few times while breathing, guys. Again, make sure we are breathing through this whole process. And what this is going to do is going to give that extra strength to our spine and our shoulder blades. Also, if you notice while you're doing this, your pelvic area starts to crack and crickle, that's a good thing. Now we're going to put our hands in front of us and reach to the top of the mat as far as we can go while still breathing, guys. All right, we're going to come up. Fix your little matty mat if you need to, like I did. Now we are going to cross our feet. Well, not cross our feet. Touch our feet together in a butterfly motion. Grab our hands from the back and lift up. And again, try to touch the mat as far as possible as you can. Now, while we are holding our ankles, we are going to reach over with one arm and just pull and stretch our bodies to that side. Reset. And do the same thing to the other side. Reset. Now we're going to put one foot in front of us. Make sure your other foot is as close to your area as it can. Using one arm, we're going to grab our foot. Using the other arm, we are going to stretch it over top of us and then connect. Release. Reset. Put the other foot out. Grab it with the same side arm. And then stretch the opposite arm. Stretch the opposite arm and connect. Then release and reset. Now with both our feet out towards each other, we're going to put both our legs out. Put our legs out. Grab our arms from behind each other. Kneel down and have your head touching the mat as much possible as you can. And then we reset